Here in this part, we'll be discussing the ovule of lepidodendron. So the image in front of us is the longitudinal section of a lepidocarpon. The female gametophyte of a lepidodendron is called as lepidocarpon. So to begin with, the megasporangium is elongated. It has an elongated base and the tip of which is split open. So it has got a false micropyle. False, the integument which are formed are false. So the result is that we are going to get a false seed. Inner to the false integument, what we have is the megasporangium wall. Megasporangium wall usually bears the female gametophyte. And we have these structure called as pericorns, followed by the vascular bundle. What exactly pericorns are, we will be discussing. So the megasporangium at maturity encloses a large megaspore. The megasporophil tissue below the sporangium has developed this false integument, which is open at the tip by forming what is called as a false micropyle. There is a vascularization also at the basal region, which at the base of the megasporophil with the suspended two lateral pericorns. So we can make out here two lateral pericorns, one on each side of the vascular bundle. Now what pericorns are? Pericorns are nothing but tissue. These are a tissue present in the parenchyma with lot of air space. So we can make out here with lot of air space between these cells. This tissue probably helps in photosynthetic exchange, gas exchange, much like the lenticels of the modern trees. So we can compare these with the lenticels, which are responsible for the exchange of the photosynthetic gases. So this was a description regarding the longitudinal section of a lepidocarpon. Now the lepidocarpon is retained within the megasporangium, and the sides of the pedicle were extended to form a lateral lamina, nothing but integuments which completely circles the sporangium. That's the reason it is a false seed. It has got some of the characteristics which this seed has got some of the characteristics which resemble the ovule of the gymnosperm. That is a formation of a single functional megaspore in the megasporangium. So we have only one functional megaspore, which is the character similar to that of gymnosperm, and it is going to retain that single functional megaspore in the megasporangium, and formation of the integument that lead to formation of what is called as micropyle. I completely agree the micropyle is false one, but still micropyle is formed. These characters resemble the seed characteristics of the gymnosperms. However, it do not reach the level of the seed ovule because of the basic characters of the seed, that is ovule, are totally absent in the lepidocarpon, which includes the megasporangium wall of the lepidocarpon is dehiscent. However, it is indehiscent in case of the seed ovule. Here it is going to dehisce easily, whereas it is indehiscent in the real seed. In lepidodendron, fertilization takes place with the help of water, where archegonia are exposed and flagellated sperms had access to the ovum. However, in spermatophytes, that is gymnosperms, fertilization is through pollen tube. And integument of this lepidodendron is not a true one. It is a foliar in nature. Evidences for this one is the presence of this pericorns. Pericorns are nothing but the tissues having a lot of air space responsible for the exchange of the photosynthetic gases. The so-called integument of the lepidocarpon has been described as a water or moisture retaining structure, or as a protective adaptation. That's the reason it is a false seed. Thank you.